particularly the old ones that have linked to that particular school. But it's becoming much more sort of
It's very hard to get into Cambridge and Oxford. It's pretty hard.
Yeah, very hard.
So what are you got to do to get in?
You've got to get 4 straight A's, you got A-levels in proper subjects like maths, English, history, nothing with studies after it.
So you've got to be top of your school on that sort of thing.
Yeah, you've got to be very, very good.
What, like 98, 97?
Yeah, like
percentile?
Straight A's. Like when you do your A-levels here in the UK, most people only do 3. To get into Cambridge, you generally have to do 4, and they've got to be very solid subjects as well. And then you do like an interview process to make sure you've got something to offer them. Because what I mean, it's different sort of level they're looking at here at Cambridge. They're not looking for someone to get sort of 2-1s and things. They're looking for people to genuinely go on and do something good. Like
snowboarding and punting.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, like Trinity's looking for future Nobel Prize winners. That's the kind of standard it's looking for.
Okay.
But it does vary massively depending on what college you go to. I mean, if you are not particularly bright chap, but you're very, very good at rugby, then you're quite very happy to take you.
Would you get a scholarship, or you still have to pay your fees?
You probably still have to pay your fees, yeah, unless you're very, very good. No, you generally still have to pay your fees. It's kind of like you get the opportunity to study at Cambridge.
And when we get a few people from Australia who are postgraduates, they've done their undergrad course, and they'll come over later and do a postgrad course.
Yeah.
Some of them are sportsmen, some of them are just people who always want to do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, all the first years do generally, and then some of the sort of second and third years do. But again, depends on the college. Some of the colleges have a huge amount of student accommodation. Most of them will generally sort of
Where do you live there in Diggs or something?
Yeah, you just live in a house in town somewhere, expensive.
Still fun up in the college with the tutorials and
Yeah. What a lot of colleges do is actually some of the few very sensible things in Cambridge. They're usually intelligent. They're not always that sensible. I am starting to think that intelligence and common sense kind of go directly opposite. The more you have of one, the less you have of the other. But one of the few things they do is to reward the very academically gifted students by giving them the nicest room. Which basically means if you get some straight A's in your first year and you're doing very, very well, then you'll get rewarded. You get the opportunity to sort of live in the nicest place with all the other little hard studies. And what it's basically doing is keeping them nicely separated. So all the sort of noisy, horrible, drunken footballers and rugby players and that lot, and the rich kids who don't have to do any work, his dad will buy them a degree, they're kind of stay in one end, they make a lot of noise and they smell a lot, all that sort of stuff. And of course they'll be the ones that generally will move out and find their own houses and destroy. And then you keep all the quiet little studiers in one corner where they can read and go to the library and play Dungeons and Dragons and whatnot.
Probably a pretty good idea.
Generally, I think that's a very good idea. I mean, because of course you don't want them to disturb each other.
No.
I mean, there's nothing worse than when you're trying to play naked drinking games and people chipping away at keyboards and calculators. It's so irritating.